Good evening, Professor. My name is Vanna. I'm from International Trade and Business, and here is our group project. We are doing about operational strategy to strengthen the Polyface business. We have three people. My name is Vanna, and the other one is Danny and Rahman. And here is our table of content. First, introduction is talking about the overview of the Polyface farm and its challenge, the goal of the project. The second, operational diagnosis, which are including inputs, process, output, and control mechanism. Third, theoretical in use, that means PDCA cycle, supply chain integration. Four, AI use ChatGPT, the purpose of using AI and human modification and ethical reflection. Five, recommendation. And the last slide, just thank you only. Introduction: Polyface farm found by Joselatin in Virginia Shenandoah Valley. It is more than a farm. It is a living model regenerative agriculture where operation meet ecological need. In this present, we act as a consult for Polyface farm in 2011, a time when this business was getting fame and also facing a new challenge: how to scale operation without losing its value, how to maintain quality and resilience, the natural variety, how to strengthen the supply chain while staying the true to its ecological philosophy. Our goal is to show sound operation thinking, how the Polyface can grow while sustainable and balance profit with purpose.
Abraham Dennis Nyarkoh. I'm continuing from the operational diagnosis. The first one we are going to talk about is the input. That's the framework purpose. The IPOC system enables the analysis of polyphase farm as a complete ecosystem. That is the input, the processes, output, and the control. We are talking about the natural resources, the biological input, the human input, and material inputs. The next point is processes. The first one is rotational grazing. That is cattle graze and fertilize the land naturally in its natural form. Then the next one is multi-species integration. That's a chicken follow the cattle grazing. Then we spread manure on the land. Then we control pests on the land too. Composting and waste cycling. That is organic waste going to compost to fertilize pastures. The next one is direct marketing, that the sale of the farm produce or product we directly to customers and restaurant. That is by moving the middlemen activities of the middlemen in the process. We under the output we categorize it into two. That is tangible output, then intangible output. The tangible output are the high quality beef, the poultry, the eggs, the pork, the compost, and the educational farm tools. Then under the intangible output, we also talk about the soil regeneration, carbon sequestration, the trust of the community, and the environmental education. The last point is control mechanisms that we are going to use. The first one is biological feedback. That is the grass recovery rate can be used. The animal health can also be used, and the soil condition can also be used to determine the time for grazing. The human intervention, constant monitoring of the land can also help. Then flexible decision making and the adaptation to seasonal changes can also help us. Customer feedback, the constant direct interactions with customers will bring transparency and loyalty. The ecological indicators, the soil organic matter, the biodiversity and water retention can also be used to track the system.
Hi, it's Rahman Tarek. So, in this part of the presentation, I'm gonna talk about which two theory that we are gonna use in this polyphase farm. So, our first theory we are gonna use is dimming PDCA cycle. So, at first, let's understand what dimming PDCA cycle means. It's a simple four-step method which is used in business for continuous improvement. So it's called plan, do, check, and act. So at first the plan. So before each season, the farmer plans, they need to plan where the animal will go for graze. They need to look the weather, the grass condition, and the soil health to decide the best rotation schedule. And now talked about the do. So for the do section, they put the plan into the action. Like they need to move their cows, chickens, and pigs from one area to another, and they need to spare some of their compost and organic materials to improve the soil fertility. Now the check options. After that, they will observe the result. They will watch how quickly grass will grow back, how healthy the animals look like, and how well the soil is improving. And finally, based on what they learn, they will make small changes for the next round. In the field, needs to be more rest or rotation didn't work well, they will adjust in schedule and method for do the next time better. So, why it will work? So, the approach, it helps the farmer to learn from every season and they can improve the quality naturally. And there is some limitation as well as cause like most of the decision it depends on farmer judgment, so the farmer judgment should be more precise, otherwise it won't work. And here the thing like the direct feedback, it directly came from the land. The nature is the quality inspector here. Now this is the like our second theory we are gonna use. It's called supply chain integration. So it means connecting all parts of production from making to selling in a one smooth systems. For example, we can give example like a big company like Apple. They design, produce, and sales all their own products, keeping full control of their like quality. So Polyphas, they need to do something similar, but in farm context. It raises, process, and sells its own meat, eggs directly to customers and local restaurants. The farm even welcome visitors, keeping everything open and transparent. So it will work because this system builds trust and provides quality and make strong community links. There is some limitation. The limitation is that it's harder to scale because it depends only some local workers and the market is smaller, not a big like market. It's like smaller market. But still, Polyface shows that when integration is guided by ethics, it's just not a cost. So local system can be both strong and sustainable. Yeah, we use ChatGPT. We use ChatGPT to summarize the Polyface farm case study, and we used to like simplify the language, remove some industrial style ideas, and added our own understanding of Polyface natural and ethical approach. There is another thing for making profit. ChatGPT suggests us to make it scale like large scale expansion, but we didn't change it. We like keep it small and community based farm because to keep the farm ethical and ecological values. So now the recommendation part. So we'll provide the recommendation. At first, it will be like make a local partner hubs. Small local farmer, they can train the polyface method, can share tools, compost and feed. It will build strong community links, keeps production ethical, and short. They can like short the transportation time and make supply chain faster and more reliable. And the second recommendation is simple digital tracking. They can use some simple digital tool to record their soil health, their grazing cycle, and product flow to help the farm from organize, like to help the farm to stay organized. It makes planning easier, keep improvement continuously, and maintain transparency without turning the system industrial. And the final thing is ethical supply chain agreements. Working closely with local butchers and transporters and the retailer who can share same sustainability values and they value the ensure quality and trust. This kind of value-based partnership create long-term sustainability and support both business and environment. So that's all. Thank you.